It's a grim report card with a failing grade. A UN report on climate change paints a picture of a damaged planet. It says greenhouse gases released by human activity have caused sea levels to rise, Arctic ice to melt, and oceans to become more acidic. The report says no part of Earth has escaped its effects. John Northcott is here now to walk us through some of the main points of this report. And so, what is the main message from the IPCC this morning, John?
Andrew, the main message out of this is the word unequivocal. There is no debate, in the words of this latest report, involving thousands of scientists, years of research, putting it together and saying, basically, humankind is responsible for greenhouse gas emissions that are responsible for global climate change. Let's listen to the head of the UN.
Human influence on the climate system is clear and clearly growing. We must act quickly and decisively if we want to avoid increasingly destructive outcomes.
They are effectively saying there is no out for politicians anymore. There is no debate anymore, that if we don't act and we don't act quickly, the Earth is going to change irrevocably. They do have warnings, for example, not only poverty around the world created by climate change, wars potentially could be caused, and ultimately the existence of the human race. The seas in particular rising steadily, according to this report. Let's listen again to one of the authors of the report.
This is a major finding of the fifth assessment report. More than 90% of the energy accumulating in the climate system between 71 and 2010 has accumulated in the oceans. So in a sense, the oceans are bearing a large part of the burden that we have imposed on this planet in the form of climate change.
So that is the report that they have come up with. The leaders now meeting have no excuse but to act. Andrew?
And the IPCC, though, interestingly, is saying this report isn't all bad news.
Well, no, and that is if drastic measures are taken, including eliminating the use of fossil fuels to generate energy on this planet in every form by the end of this century. The other aspect of this is what they refer to as the myth, promulgated by many over the years, that doing something about climate change will in fact be unaffordable. They point out that not only if there is any cost, it could be minimal. They actually say that in terms of human health and even economies, creation of new kinds of energy production could in fact be a moneymaker. It's the end of arguments. Andrew?
All right, John, thanks.
Okay.